Our beloved 8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, and enter your city or zip to find the closest location nearest you. Welcome to Drinkin, Bro. Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros. Fake news, everybody. Bringing you the realest, fakest news of the week. You guys said you wanted morning shows. Let's do it. Let's do it. By the way, new tea came in, D'Anthony, from drinkinbros.com. This is one of the best ones we've ever made here. The old 2026 Yellowstone Cartwheel Champion. Man, this turned out great. We did this live on air last week. Yeah. Look at us, dude. Look at us. Go to drinkinbros.com and grab it. They're selling like hotcakes. Dang it. My feed last night was filled with a stock thing. How about yours?
I saw a lot of stuff about this Section 219 thing in the NDA, which we'll talk a little bit about today, and then also how devastatingly unpopular Trump is right now.
Are those numbers real?
Yes.
Okay. We'll start off with the first one here. We've been asking for this on this show for how many years? 10 maybe? Ban on stock trading for every member of Congress, Senate, and the presidency, I believe, correct? This would cover everything?
That's a good question, actually. I don't know if it covers the executive.
Okay.
I had to look into it.
A vote on legislation to curb lawmakers' ability to profit from the stock markets, as well as implementing federal voter ID measures, divided House Democrats on Wednesday afternoon. The two measures were combined in a single legislative package after months of debate in the House of Representatives on both issues. While unrelated, both voter ID and banning congressional stock trading have received overwhelming supports in multiple bills. Now, here's what's shocking to me. A whopping 198 House Democrats, including their top leaders, voted against the bills.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. Despite bipartisan negotiations, especially on the banning congressional stock trading part, this is from one of the lawmakers. One, the overall majority of Americans want this. Two, it's something that we can get past this week and get it into the president's hands before August return to district period, meaning when they're on recess. It's not. I don't know if they consider that technically a recess because they're back in district doing stuff. But
are they playing hacky sack or kickball? What are they doing during recess?
It's fall season, I believe.
Okay,
right?
Great. Yeah.
Is it not? I mean,
yeah.
You seem like you would fucking know. One of you two assholes.
Coop would know for sure.
Stephanie Bice from Oklahoma said that stock trading bans, specifically the American people, deserve to know their elected leaders are serving the public, not their own financial interest. I mean, it'd be nice if Trump would get on board with that too, and stop doing the weird shit he's doing, frankly. Whether or not it's ethical, you can debate that, but even the hint of impropriety from the executive is unacceptable. And he needs to stop that shit. Now, of course, Thomas Massie was against this because he's against life. But he might have some decent point here, although I think it backfired. He accused Republicans of putting the SAVE Act stuff in here to crash this bill so it wouldn't pass. Well, it passed anyways, right? So maybe he was right. He'll say that he was, whether he was or not, right? Because that's how he operates. He's operates in a completely sealed system over there. But we'll see how it goes moving forward. This is what he had to say, I think. Yeah, this is him. We are voting on a stock trading ban for Congress, but Republicans added voter ID in the legislation, not to get Dems to vote for voter ID, but to get them to vote against the stock trading ban so they could use it against them in the November election. Maybe, man. If we really wanted to ban stock trading for members of Congress, we would have done a standalone bill, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Maybe that's true. Now it goes to the Senate, and we'll see how they handle it. A lot of people are kind of suspicious at the moment that the Senate is going to alter the SAVE Act to make it, this is one of the things that was on the table, to make it, to provide financial incentives to the states should they voluntarily agree to check voter ID and citizenship. That's,
okay.
So I've heard some people say this, that their theory is that this is going to go to the Senate. They're going to strip out the SAVE Act from this and pass it and send it back to the House. The House won't be able to say no to it. Right? I mean, maybe they will. Maybe Mike Johnson will fucking stand up. I mean, there's going to be a lot of pressure from Trump on him to get the SAVE Act put back in. But my guess is Thune will strip out the SAVE Act when it goes to the Senate and vote up on banning stocks and send it back to the House. And they'll have to choose whether they're going to ban stocks or not. Right? This is political gamesmanship. And then he's probably going to dump parts of the SAVE Act into that reconciliation bill, Reconciliation 3.0, they're calling it, which only needs an up or down vote, and it'll be this optional shit. That's my guess. So they can say they did something, but they're not actually going to do it. That's my guess. Now, there is the potential that this all backfires. If they just I don't know if they can pass this part straight up, but if they put the whole SAVE Act in the reconciliation bill and pass it, that's it.
That's it.
But the problem is the Senate parliamentarian decides what is and isn't, which is a very odd, unelected position, nominated by the fucking party in charge at the time in the Senate, and can be fired at any time by John Thune, by the way, decides what is and isn't a fiscal carry-on or add-on or addendum or whatever for reconciliation. That's odd to me.
I mean, look, the entire thing is odd. Let's start with who are the prominent Democrats who voted against this?
198 of them.
Yeah, but
all of them.
So are we looking at, well, Elizabeth Warren's in the Senate, right? She was the one that was championing this bill.
Yeah, but she won't vote for the SAVE Act.
No.
Of course.
No.
No Democrat will. Actually, maybe Fetterman. I don't know. I don't know where he stands on this. I know that he wants the SAVE Act, and I know that he wants the congressional stock ban, but I don't know if he would support it in this manner. We'll see. TBD on that.
So what are they saying right now as far as outside the chamber? Are they saying we didn't vote for this because of the SAVE Act, but we still agree with banning stock trading? I know Massey has said, I want these to be separate bills.
Yeah.
We've all asked to have separate bills forever. That's never happens.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was looking into it a little bit, and so it says that, you can't buy new stocks, purchasing new individual publicly traded stocks, but it allows them to keep existing holdings. Does that mean that you could buy stocks before you got into office and then try to get those stocks to go up? Isn't that?
Yeah, that's exactly.
I mean,
what
it's
that
better
means.
than nothing for sure, but it's not I don't know. It's not as good as a full stock, making you to sell it and put it in trust or something.
Right. And I think right now, as this stands, this is probably for the future, not right now. Because obviously people would bitch, hey, I own this before this passed. I want to hold on to this or sell this or whatever. But it would probably stop them from buying new stock. That's what I think.
Yeah, maybe.
But either way, I'm reading Thomas Massey right here. Congress is not serious. We are voting on a stock trading ban for members of Congress, but Republicans added voter ID in the legislation, not to get Dems to vote for the voter ID, but again to vote against the stock banning trend. Obviously, seeking to use this during the election, which you said earlier here, and I don't understand why we can't do both. I really don't. I don't understand why these can't be separate. But But here we are. We're running out of time. And I don't know what the answer is going to be on this. When will this go to Senate?
I mean, today. I don't know whenever Thune decides to take it up.
Okay.
Because he doesn't, like, he's the person who decides what comes to the floor and what doesn't.
Now, what's interesting here, I'm looking at the numbers, Bluke. Thank you for putting this up. 13 Democrats. Who are those? Do we know those guys?
No, I mean, you can look them up, but I assume they're people in fucking...
Democrats want them primaried, these guys.
Split districts, yeah, like purple districts, I would imagine. There's only, like I said a couple months ago, there's only maybe 16 to 18 competitive districts left in this election.
Okay.
Which means there's probably like 50 total.
And Luke, to answer your question, CBS is saying it will allow them to keep and sell the stocks they already own. So that'll stay in effect. It'll be new ones there as this goes on. But, boy, I don't know. I hesitate because I still don't think Republicans will do it.
I mean, I think... there's a chance it gets through the Senate. We'll see.
You think so?
Yeah. But
Republicans have the Senate, right?
Yes.
So they should be able to, right?
There's four of them. Well, one, McConnell's out. Lindsey Graham's sister will vote however he was going to vote, or however Trump tells her, which is, I mean, that whole situation's fucking weird.
Yes.
And anybody who's not calling it weird is full of shit, frankly. But Murkowski, Collins, McConnell. You've got 52 to 48, I believe, is the composition at the present, right?
That sounds right to me.
Yeah. So what if he doesn't show up?
49 is not enough. He's
Okay.
not going to vote for it either way. So with Murkowski, Collins, and McConnell deciding not to vote for it, they can't pass it.
Got it. This whole thing's a fucking mess, to be honest with you.
I still haven't seen any legitimate proof of life for Mitch McConnell. I do not believe he's alive. I don't believe he's awake or alive or whatever. I think all these people are full of shit. I think they're hiding him for the next 2 weeks.
Luke, can you find the video of him breakdancing? Because it seemed like he was pretty alive a few weeks ago. He was doing that. I was with the Australian, I believe, who was in the breakdancing thing in the Olympics. So it seemed legit. Oh, that's right. He was at WWE SmackDown on Monday night. There he is right there. That was great. But yeah, for real, if he doesn't show up to vote, it doesn't count, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it just isn't. It's not a yes. You can't pass stuff. A simple majority means 50 votes.
Okay. So is there any potential? I'm going to go way, way down the conspiracy rabbit hole here. They did this to see if he's alive? If you push this through in the next, let's call it week, wouldn't that force them to say, hey, are you alive or not? And then what happens on the 4th?
I don't know.
I mean, that's how bizarre this is getting right here. Because let's say it is one vote, and it is Cocaine Mitch, and he's out, but he doesn't show up. What happens on August 4th? Can they replace him? And then can somebody go in and vote for him?
I mean, I would, if I was any Republican in the Senate, and I don't know that they would do this, to be frank. I don't know if they would do this or not, but you could challenge his proxy, yeah. I don't know who would. I mean, I would. Fucking Mike Lee, you're out there. You should. You should demand proof that this man's alive, that he's aware enough to vote on this 100%, or it's an absent vote. I mean, 49, 48 passes.
Yep.
That becomes law. And the issue is that all 48 Democrats are going to vote against it, and Murkowski and Collins are going to vote no, too. So it's going to be 49-50. Right?
Can Vance not go in and okay?
Not unless it has to be a literal tie for Vance to get involved. Even if it was like if there were two abstaining or absent, and it was 49-49, he could still vote then.
What if Fetterman votes with Republicans?
Then if it was 49-49, then yes, Vance could break that tie.
That's where shit gets interesting.
Yep.
Because there is a rumor behind the scenes, and maybe you can confirm it or you've heard it, that he will be flipping and becoming a Republican.
I mean, I've heard stuff about that. I don't think that would be appropriate. He's not a Republican.
I mean, all those guys in Texas aren't either, so, that's what they say they are.
Can you just like flip your affiliation in the middle of your term like that?
Do whatever you want.
It's happened before.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, it's happened before a few times. A few times it's happened. But yeah, this entire thing has gotten really, really fucking bizarre. And this came out of nowhere. This was late last night. I was up reading this.
Yeah.
So why were they in session that late last night?
It wasn't just that. They were passing the NDAA as well, National Defense Authorization Act, which we'll talk about here in a few minutes.
Okay. Next up, Trump is extremely unpopular, if you believe the polls. Several findings, in the latest Fox News poll show voters are unhappy and want major change, which obviously bodes well for Democrats in November. President Donald Trump's job approval remains near a record low. And you believe all these numbers are real?
I think there's historical precedent for this, yes. And it's on the back half of the story, but let's assume them for the moment and just talk about them.
Okay. More Democrats are motivated to vote. True or false?
True.
Okay. Republicans joined Democrats and independents in rating the economy negatively. That one, I believe. And 4 in 10 voters want dramatic or revolutionary change, which isn't a great word there.
No, but that one's really funny to me. Like, viewing the present economy negatively is one thing, but voters say Democrats handle income inequality better. That's always the case. Republicans don't give a fuck about that. Mm-hmm. So it's always Democrats win no matter what's going on. They say Democrats handle health care better, plus 21%. That's wild.
Terrible.
They've created this entire fucking mess we're in. But that's how it is. Inflation, Democrats plus 10 on that. Despite the fact what was the total inflation under Biden? 22%, I think, in 4 years.
Yeah, it was something fucking crazy.
I mean, break that down per year. Wild stuff.
Yeah, it was between 20 and 21%.
Yeah. Okay. That's just retarded. The economy plus 9 for Democrats, despite the fact that they have absolutely wrecked our economy. And foreign policy, Democrats plus 7. Now, this is mostly a reflection of
Iran,
Republicans being bad at messaging and not even attempting, in my opinion, to address the affordability stuff. I'm willing to listen, right? But tell me exactly what Republicans have done vis-a-vis affordability.
Oh, boy. Everything was driven up by gas prices. I mean, we can obviously start there.
But housing costs were fucked before this gas situation.
But interest rates haven't changed in 5.5 years for either party. Mm-hmm. For whoever was president, that has not changed one bit. I'm going through it now. It fucking sucks. Interest rates affect cars. That also fucking sucks right now. Now, here's where I'm lost on it in regards to energy prices and food and drinks. I've mentioned something on the show numerous times with Hard AF Seltzer. We are paying for gas. We're paying for freights. A 12-pack leaves at $11. All these places are jacking up the price on their own, and we don't see a cent of that. Mm. That's where I'm confused, because if it's us, then it's everybody.
Yep.
So food, drink, beverage, all that other stuff. Grocery stores are clearly taking advantage of what is going on and jacking up their prices. Also, under Biden, during those 4 years, everybody got used to paying those prices, and they haven't dropped. Because if they're not going to, fuck it. I think it would take a catastrophic crash at this point, or somehow dropping the interest rates to get prices down.
I mean, there's got to be a sustained period of both growth and lack of inflation. In addition to rates coming down, right? There's got to be more freed up capital, plus the economy's got to be moving. It's got to those are the two things that'll make people confident to start doing stuff again. Till then, it's not going to happen, right?
Immigration is the other one, by the way. That was the last one here. So when you let in, 20, 25 million people over the course of 4 years, you're going to have rent problems, housing problems, all that other shit, which that could be corrected overnight if you ejected those people out of the country.
Well, it can't be corrected overnight.
What? because we can't get them out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Republicans are leading on crime, +7, government spending, national security they're within the margin of error, which is funny. Democrats on national security is wild stuff to say that they're close.
That's why I say, do you believe in any of this?
I do, because it's about public perception.
Now that I agree with.
It's like if you've got a sour taste in your mouth, nothing tastes good. You know what I mean? And Republicans hold an 8-point lead. Held an 8-point lead on immigration as of April. Right now, it's Democrats by 1. A lot of people think that's because of the brutality of ICE, so-called brutality. There's been no brutality. Nonsense. 68% of Democrats say they are extremely motivated to vote in November, as opposed to 57% of Republicans. More MAGA Republicans, so-called MAGA Republicans, 66% are extremely motivated than non-MAGA, 41. So if you look at the actual Trump people, they're very excited to vote. We're looking at only counties where the 2024 presidential election was within 10 points. Democratic candidates lead by 18 points, 59-41. Now, some caveats to that from Darren Shaw. The data looks promising for Democrats. A lot of their support is in the less contested districts, padding the national totals. So they have big gaps in really hard blue places. And then the gaps are within the margin of error and everywhere else, pretty much. So the best estimates I've seen, this is from him, GOP could retain the House even if Democrats win the national vote by 2 to 3 points. But if Democrats win by 6 to 7, they'll probably take the House. So it's still, everything is still in play right now. And it's reasonable, I think, to ask why instead of calling these people traitors for pointing it out, which is what some people do. Affordability, as we mentioned, and we've been railing on since Trump took office. There was a 4-month period. It was like I didn't say a whole lot about what was going on because you got to give the guy some space, and he was doing some stuff. I think people said let him cook.
I think the first year went pretty good.
Congress never backed him up on anything, still hasn't. Really? And here we are, but he's the leader of the party, and that's on him to make sure that happens. That doesn't mean that he's the only one to blame, but he's partly to blame. Housing, rates, energy. No one, by the way, this stuff will get resolved, but I'm telling you, nobody gives a shit in November 2026 about $2.50 gas in January 2028. Don't fucking care. They want it now. For better, however you feel about that, that's the way fucking politics works. I like a lot of the shit that's going on. I don't like pretending we can negotiate with bugs. It's cost us months.
Me neither.
We're 60% of the way from the time the Iran stuff started. We're 60% of the way to the midterms now, right? We're over 50% over. And we took a 2-month pause, basically, to pretend like you can negotiate with these assholes. No, you fucking annihilate these people. Didn't like that. Cost us time we don't have. I don't like the lack of prosecutions of things, although, you know, this is one of the most, aside from the economic stuff and and I'm talking about from the right-wing position, the economic stuff and what I consider to be bad tactics on Iran. The thing that's frustrating people the most is a lack of prosecutions. I'm tired of hearing intelligence briefings on TV from this director, this DOJ, this fucking DNI, this president, and seeing nothing fucking done about it. You cannot convince me you're serious about China stealing our election if you truly believe that, while you're still letting 600,000 of them come to our universities. Don't believe you. Sorry.
No.
And I don't like the lack of movement on housing. I don't think there's been any significant movement on housing.
I don't know what to do there, though. Again,
build, evict. So any state or city that is allowing illegal immigrants to use any kind of welfare benefit whatsoever to enter a home loses all federal funding right now.
So they are doing that now.
No, well, that should have been done day one. It should have been done on January 22nd, whatever the fuck, right? And they took a long time to do it, and now they'll fucking slow roll. If they had started it immediately, it would have been adjudicated through the courts by now. They slow rolled it for no fucking reason. I don't know why. And it's not going to happen. Not at least not before these midterms. It's not going to happen. So it's just a reality of politics that people want shit now. They want it now. We talked about this for a while. The restructuring of our economy, how we're a net energy exporter, how a good portion of the world now depends on us, literally depends on us for energy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Bringing manufacturing back is geared towards the future and putting distance between us and the rest of the world like there was at the peak of our power. But how many people remember what Harry Truman did, right? It's a good parallel for this. He's the one that had the balls to drop the bombs on Japan and end that war and save what statisticians say is probably 16 million people, right? And also led to the near immediate unconditional surrender of Germany after that, right? Which could have saved more, who knows? Because they were told to create an like the SS was told to create an insurgency and fight to the last man. Obviously, they didn't do that. He instituted the Marshall Plan to restore Europe. Feel how you want to about that. Went on too long, obviously, but it was a good idea at the time. He did plenty of socialist expansion as well, Fair Deal, Housing Act, but those programs were popular at the time, and his numbers still plummeted. They still plummeted. Without him, the Soviets would have taken over half the world. There's no question about that. And without Eisenhower on his heels, it would have gotten even worse. But no one gave a shit when he was in office. In his last full year in office, in February of that year, he had a 22% approval rating, 64% disapproval, and in December, after the election on his way out, 32% approval rating, which is exactly what Trump has right now, I believe. That year, the Democrats lost the House, the Senate, and the presidency. All three went to Republicans. Unless the Republicans passed the SAVE Act in its unique, unfettered, or unmolested form, where it literally requires you to prove your citizenship to vote, and do something meaningful on affordability, and crush Iran and stop fucking around with this bullshit. Their only shot at keeping the House in November is to convince enough people that the Democrats are all communists. And it'll be a negative campaign. And while you're the incumbent, and that's not a good idea, right? Those campaigns usually don't work. It usually doesn't work to say, look at how bad the other guy is while you're in office. The last time it worked was Bush 2004. And that's because John Kerry was fucking terrible, right? If they had run a serious candidate against Bush in 2004, he would have gotten his shit pushed in.
Yeah, and look, this is what I've been saying since the start of this thing with Iran. If you didn't get the gas prices down by Memorial Day, sorry, you're going to lose the House. And in regards to housing, talked to some builders, and I said, hey, what's going on your side that you can't build more houses? Same thing with them. The loans they used to get to build houses and all that other shit, the interest rates are too high, and they're all kind of paused. So they can't even borrow money to do it as well. And unless the government does it, starts building more housing and affordable housing.
Well, no. The government shouldn't be involved in that.
No shit.
The government should be.
I agree.
The government should be deregulating.
But that's kind of where everybody's stuck right now. And yeah, I mean, look, in my opinion, we're July 23rd? I think it's too late. I think it's too late to turn this around.
I don't know what you do about affordability.
In 2 months.
Yeah. And oil is back to, crude is at 92 and Brent, like sweet oil is at 100 today.
Yep.
So, this is what happens when you fuck around. You annihilate the fuck out of Iran. You don't give them time to bounce back. What were you fucking thinking?
I don't know.
That's so stupid. I know some of the idea was give them time to negotiate to show that they can't or won't negotiate. I think that's fair. I think that's a 3-day process, and you start hammering them again, not 2 months, and you let them rebuild.
Yeah.
Why? I just don't get it. So, it is what it is at this point. I still think, Republicans are still going to win the Senate.
Yeah.
Because the candidates, like the Democrats have, I swear to God, man.
Go to Council, Luke.
The Democrats have fucked themselves so hard. They fucked themselves in the Senate this round as hard as Republicans did with the fucking abortion thing in 22.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a good comparison. They fucked themselves just unnecessarily. All you had to do was run a normal person, and you could have won most of I think both. Mike Rogers had already lost a Senate election in 24.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And then you could have beaten him again. Like, hey, this guy's a loser. He just lost 2 years ago. Why are you going to vote for him? Here's candidate normal. Mm-hmm. Not the fucking retarded Muslim or the Nazi in Maine. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
I don't know.
But anyways, the House, and this is how fucked the Democrats are, by the way. And it's bad for the country that they are too, by the way, just to be clear. But they're so fucked that even with all the missteps that Republicans have made, there's still a chance that the Republicans keep both houses.
There's a chance. What does Couchy say about the House right now? That's Senate.
That's Senate, yeah. The Republicans are keeping the Senate. The House, I would say, is probably like 80%. That's probably the way.
It was 85 the other day.
That's the way they would calculate it.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
83.
Yeah, 83.
Yeah. Split the diff. That's how they would calculate it, because it's not like that doesn't mean what you think it means, right? It's more like meteorology. But yeah, just how crazy is that? That in the House, where there's so much more seats, so much more play, you still have a chance. The Democrats still have a pretty good chance of losing. If things even just turned right for a little while.
Mm-hmm. You're running out of time.
Yeah, well, I know, but even it's like in the next 3 months, if things start going well for Republicans, or the Democrats really fuck up on something big or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And it flips a couple of districts, then you had all this momentum and you still lose. That's not great. It's really not great. So I don't know. I don't know what the plan for repubes is right now. I mean,
the biggest one that I'm hearing from my Republican friends is, what the fuck is he going to do about this Iran thing? That's what I hear all the time. And I don't have an answer here.
So the Roman style is, by the way, what they should have used the entire time, which is what I said right out of the gate. Like in the lead up to it, you remember my analysis was they're not going to fucking get into this unless they see an off ramp for it, right? Mm-hmm. Like, here's point A and here's point C, and we know what to do in B to get there. And they thought they had it, and I think they did. I think they did have it, but they fucking stopped. You kill 88 people in the top of their government on the first day, right? Why the fuck didn't you kill 200 on the second day?
Don't know.
And 500 on the third day. You keep killing their leadership until there's no negotiation. There is a deal, right? I mean, you said this maybe a month ago. There's a fucking DocuSign.
That's it.
And we kill people until somebody signs it and sends it back. And if they fuck up somehow, we kill them again and send a second DocuSign, this time with more shit in it, right? And that's the only way you deal with these assholes. They're fucking bugs.
When you look at these numbers here, are we headed towards a recession?
We've been in a recession for 3 years.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because for a while, it seemed like, again, the first year, everything was going great. And then this Iran thing hit, and then it all went out the fucking window. It seemed like we were on pace to have gas, 185. Looked like interest rates were going to drop. Jerome Powell was getting out of there. All of that is gone right now, and no one. To your point, at the top of this, no one cares.
Yeah, that stuff can turn quickly, though, right? I mean, the inverse of all this is also true. Like, the fact that people don't give a shit about $3 gas a month from now is true in the inverse, meaning they don't care about $4 gas today a month from now if it's $3. Mm-hmm. That's just because why are you still talking about that? That was the past. Whether that's legitimate or not, it still costs a lot of people a lot of money, right? But that's reset. That's the way the fucking brain works, especially on this fucking drug we call politics these days. And that's the game you got to play, frankly, right? This is why I've been my chief complaint, aside from retarded shit like Pam Bondi and Kash Patel. My chief complaint about this admin is they have never explained their wins. At no point has it been made clear to the American public what wins they have gotten. other than Trump just bloviating on stage about this thing or that thing. We're the best. I mean, yesterday he gives a speech at some rally saying that this is the golden age, the best it'll ever get. Oh, fuck, I hope not.
Yeah.
Dude, damn. Like, come on. Let's be serious here. Don't fucking, don't misrepresent reality to people. It's okay to say, hey, it's tough right now, but here's our plan.
The other thing, too, is going back to that Thursday night speech with China, right? China, elections, eject them all out of the country. There was no plan for that.
No, I mean,
even his response the next day was, yeah, we're talking about some stuff behind the scenes. Cool. What is it? Getting rid of 600,000 students would have been great to start.
Yeah.
And then tariffs and everything else, but that didn't happen.
Yep.
He said he's meeting with Xi soon. I don't know when that is exactly, when that meeting's supposed to take place. But then what?
He should punch him in his fucking face.
Yes. In front of the fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
So unless something major happens, I think Republicans get smoked here in this upcoming House thing.
It won't be smoked no matter what. There's not enough seats that are actually in play for them to get smoked. They may lose the House by like 6 or 7 votes.
Okay, those are the numbers?
That's significant.
Yeah.
It's enough to fucking keep them from passing anything.
I think the only thing you could possibly run on and, ad campaign-wise is you're running against communists and these people are fucking crazy. That's all you got right now.
I feel like that's not good, though. I feel like people come out more when they're voting for something and not against something else. I think that's why, like, Hillary lost, is because she was just, Trump is bad, look at Trump, and, deplorables and stuff. And it's like,
yeah, but that's the thing,
Luke.
You have to reframe the narrative to instead of having the people focus on what they're voting against, to tell them what they're voting for in opposition to that thing, right? So in 2022, they weren't voting against getting rid of Roe v. Wade. They were voting for women's rights as they saw it, right? So that's the framing.
That makes sense.
So how do you do that? That's the question, right?
Right.
This is from the Democrats' standpoint, or even from the Republican standpoint, and it's a hard sell now. It's a hard sell because vote against communism, vote against socialism. How easy is that to sell to motivated voters right now that are young and stupid? How much time do you have left to show them that capitalism is better? And it doesn't matter. All of history can show them. Doesn't matter.
No.
You have 3 months to show them in front of their own eyes and in their wallets that it's better. That's how you fucking win people. There's a long march through the education process, and I don't mean the Frankfurt School long march to the institutions. I mean a long march to educate people, to let them know, like, and this is one of the reasons I do all the writing and shit that I do. My job is to make sure that people know, because things take a time to fix, and because it's difficult to fix them, that doesn't mean the republic is broken. That means it's operating exactly the way it's meant to. It's supposed to be slow, which means you have to be involved in it. That's the ultimate part of it. However, it takes time to embed that in somebody's brain. And there's a lot of people who don't think that way, right? Most people don't, actually.
Do you think if, like, Mamdani started fucking up in these next couple months, that could, like, move the needle?
He's only fucked up.
Yeah.
And it
hasn't done anything.
His approval has gone up. If he does something that actually makes his approval go down.
But what would that be? The only thing he could do to make so he's a very...
Fly a plane into the fucking new tower? Like, that's about it.
Not in New York.
Yeah.
Now, they would be like, tower had it coming. Yeah. I'm telling you, that's New York now. So, no, he's playing all the right notes right now. I'm going to arrest Netanyahu, and then he has to admit later, like, well, I don't actually have the authority to do that. But that's on page 15.
Yeah.
Page 1 was, I'm going to arrest Netanyahu. I promise free bus rides, rent controls, blah, blah, blah. And then on page 15, well, we can't actually do any of that shit. And we're broke, by the way. And all the people that were paying taxes so you don't have to, they fucking left.
But the biggest story is this affordability crisis, and he's promising free shit. The left is promising free shit. People are going to vote for that. They are, especially these young dummies who don't know how it operates. So, yeah, I think 10 to 12. That's where I'll go for the House. Senate, I think we got the Senate, and it's fine, but the messaging has sucked. Continues to suck, and it's got to get better here. And this Iran thing has got to get solved. Could you turn it around? Yeah, but something drastic's got to happen here.
I think we should nuke them.
Be great, but the rest of the world would freak the fuck out.
I don't care.
I don't either.
That's a legitimate concern, though. Really, we do have nuke bunker busters that we could hit those nuclear sites with, and it wouldn't be dust anymore. It would be something less than. But then, does that give permission to Russia to use them on Ukraine, or China to use them on Taiwan?
Or North Korea to use it on South.
They don't have a rival right now like that. They've already said they don't want reunification with South Korea anymore. I think it's interesting in North Korea. I think something big is going to happen there, and I don't know that it's necessarily going to be bad. I think that the younger leadership in that country is starting to see what Mao saw towards the end, right? Which is like, we got to start working in the market a little bit. Otherwise, we're going to fucking die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Eventually, it becomes obvious that you have to fucking work with other people at some point. And I think it's embarrassing for them to look in the global media. I mean, the leadership. The people can't see the global media. Mm-hmm. But the leadership to look in the global media and be like, oh, fucking North Koreans are going to the front lines and dying for Russia. That's not a popular message.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we'll see about that. But yeah, this, I don't think we should nuke people. But the sites, I think that should be in play. I think we should at least have a conversation about
it. What would happen if you nuke that site? You said it's super far underground.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to ask somebody that's a better expert on that than I do.
Okay.
I don't know. I've read about our nuclear bunker busters that could do serious damage to these sites, Natanz and stuff like that, but I don't know.
But then the other part of this last part is SAVE Act. If it does go through, then you got a shot. If not,
well, I don't know that there's time to implement it for 26, but 26, if SAVE Act gets passed, 26 election doesn't really matter that much, frankly.
Yeah.
Because in 28, they can't win anything.
But would that make Trump kind of a lame duck then at that point?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
All right. That's why more and more people are turning to gambling, you know? Mm-hmm. First advertiser, mybookie.com, promo code Drinkin Bros. Doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today with mybookie.com. Reason why I say gambling, by the way, is I don't know if you saw they're going to combine the lotto with England. I don't think that's a great idea, but here we are. This, you can just bet on it yourself and figure it out. College football is right around the corner here. NFL is right around the corner. Shit, we're looking at, what, first preseason game in 10 days, I think? When's the Hall of Fame game, Luke?
I'm seeing, I just clicked on NFL, the first NFL game. September 9th?
No, that's the first game. Go to the Hall of Fame game. Just Google it. The dates of it. It'll tell you. I want to say it's usually like on the 4th or 5th up in Canton, Ohio. Because that we always bet the under on. Just true junkie shit up there, dude. But the first week odds are already up for college and for the NFL. You can also pick the fucking MVPs, all of it, dude, across the board. Pretty wild, man.
It's August 6th, so it'll be in 2 weeks.
Yeah, there you go, dude. 13 days.
2 weeks from today.
Let's go. Let's fucking go, brother. Who is it, by the way? Who's playing in that game? Go back to Google. Go back to your little Google machine over there.
Cardinals and Panthers.
Oh, gross.
A great matchup.
Gross, dude. Holy shit.
Panthers just released their new stadium design. You see it?
No, for Carolina? Mm-hmm. I didn't know they were getting a new stadium. All right. But yeah, you can bet on everything over there, and it's fun. Let's go, dude. Football's here. Go to mybookie.com. Use that promo code Drinkin Bros to double that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Next up, U.S. Sounds Week on Iran. President Donald Trump said Thursday morning that the United States will inflict major military punishments on Iran if the Houthis continue attacking ships in the Red Sea. The Houthis, an Iran-backed terrorist group in Yemen, fired at 2 Saudi Arabian ships on Wednesday. A year ago, the United States of America attacked very powerfully the Houthis for their interference with commerce and trade by shooting at ships. Since that time and during our conflict with Iran, the Houthis have acted very responsibly. Unfortunately, now they were starting to act up again. Please let this truth serve to represent that if they do this again, the U.S. will hold Iran responsible, and that the Houthis are a surrogate or a proxy of Iran, and a major military punishments will be inflicted upon Iran and, of course, the Houthis themselves, who I'm very disappointed with in that they have until now acted very professionally and smart. Don't do it again.
Quit it.
Stop.
Quit it.
Please.
That's the weakest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. Stop talking and do something.
That's it.
Like, I don't want to hear any more about, 12 straight nights of devastating destruction. Who died? I want a list of the people who died. Tell me who in their leadership you have killed. Otherwise, you're not at war. You're fucking playing chess.
Yep.
You're playing battleship, and that is not what war is. It's not about taking assets. It's about forcing capitulation.
I'm tired of hearing about it. I want to see shit blow up on Twitter. I want to see videos declassified. I want all the cool shit. That's it. This is what I want right here. What's this? That's all I want to see right there.
Mobile launch site, probably.
Great. And if you want to tweet, keep fucking around and then post this. Awesome, dude. But that's all I want to hear. I mean, we're on month, 4 of this now? I don't want to hear a fucking word about it anymore. I really don't.
So what have the...
Blow everything up.
What did the Houthis do, and can we not stop them from doing it? I don't understand.
No, because they're everywhere, right? These little bugs, as Dan likes to call it, are everywhere. So, 1 or 2 of them can pop out, do some fucking damage, and then go back to whatever mountain or cave they live in, and then it's fine. That's not a traditional military anymore because, to my knowledge, they're all wiped out, right?
Who's they?
The IRGC and all that other shit.
Well, no, I mean, not entirely wiped out necessarily. So, yeah, when people say that, Iran's military has been wiped out, what they mean is the literal military. But the insurgency, just like with Iraq, right? The insurgency is still alive and well. And the problem here is that there's still a central leadership. And we don't know, I don't know what the intelligence says, but even if the central leadership was trying to make a deal with us, that doesn't mean shit, because that insurgency is operating in what we call a mosaic defense, which is kind of like decentralized command. If you see a target, hit it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And until, like, this is part of the negotiation, not negotiating, but this is part of the deal. I'll call it a deal because there should be no negotiation. We send the DocuSign to Iran, and part of it says, control your proxies. If they do something, we kill some people, your people. I don't give a fuck who they are or whatever, because you're the one that trained and funded them. That's your guy. So you got to pay for it. So, I mean, that's what Trump said this morning, I think. He added on, if the Houthi do anything, we're going to fucking hit you. And I'm fine with that logic. But the problem is nobody's been killed. When's the last prominent person in the Iranian regime that got killed?
Shit.
Because we got list some names before.
I know, yeah.
Right? So if you can't make a deal with the people who are in charge, kill them and get new people. When I say deal, I mean have them accept unconditional surrender. That's it.
That's it. And you don't have to talk about it. I don't really fucking care. But now we've got to worry about this going on in the Red Sea as well. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Is that the Bab el-Mandeb thing that we were talking about a while ago?
What are you talking about?
We were, because the Red Sea is on the left side, right? And that's where the Bab
el-Mandeb is. Yeah, the one nearest to Saudi Arabia, yes.
Yeah, we talked about that before, I think.
We did, yep.
But yeah, dude, if you're looking at this, so this waterway is a choke point between the Red Sea and the Indian Ocean, which has become a vital alternative shipping route for the Strait of Hormuz. Saudi Arabia has diverted around 4.7 million barrels of oil exports per day from the Strait of Hormuz to the Red Sea. The reason I bring all of this up is I think somebody else is involved. This isn't just Iran here.
What do you mean?
It's got to be China or Russia.
Oh,
or
for targeting and
helping.
weapons, yeah, China's helping.
Yeah.
I think it's probably Russia with weapon systems and China with targeting, if I had to guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, again, they don't have a full standing military right now, so it's got to be coming from somebody else. It's the only thing that makes sense here.
Yeah.
And if you're Trump, I'll go back to that speech once again on Thursday. If China fucked up the election and then they're involved in this, do something.
Yeah.
Do something drastic.
Yeah, if somebody like is trying to convince you that somebody else did something, it's like, and they're not retaliating personally, then I don't believe them. Frankly, which I mean, maybe it's right, and he doesn't feel like there's anything he can do about it. Then don't fucking say it. What are you talking about?
At all.
How could you think it's a good idea to go on national fucking primetime television and tell the entire world that China stole our election and then go back to business as usual and not mention it again?
Yeah.
Are you out of your fucking mind? What are you talking about?
I mean, right now, dude, you go back. If he doesn't do this Iran shit, how do you think the country is right now?
Our country? I think we're fucked, to be honest. Iran. So the Iran was starting to, Iran and China especially were starting to hone in on destabilizing our economy in a big way, right? Until we flip this energy script on them. But again, there's a decent chance that this could have been accomplished the same way it was in that part of it, at least in June of last year. But you couldn't get to the nuclear part without this. If like it's definitely a problem that an eschatological death cult is trying to pursue nuclear weapons. Cannot allow that.
Yeah.
I mean, Trump said that since 1980, literally since 1980, that we should fucking pound these guys into the sand. But as far as how the economy would be doing without that, I don't know. It's a good question.
We were rolling for a while there. And let's say he would have waited until after the midterms. Fucking A, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason he didn't. He's not, I don't think Trump is stupid.
I don't either. So, I mean, was it that close, I guess?
They said that they were like a few weeks away from a nuke, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so that's a misunderstood thing too. That statement is almost as misunderstood as like what the VA disability structure is, to be honest. When you say 2 weeks away from a nuke, that means they have 60% enriched uranium. That's what it means, essentially. Like, that's literally all that it means. It doesn't mean they're literally 2 weeks away. It means that with 2 weeks' time, you can enrich 60 to 90 and make a fissile bomb. You can make a fucking nuclear bomb. That's what it means. But it doesn't mean they can specifically do it. It means they have the potential to do it should they get the right components and the right people to do it. Right?
Right.
And that's something that we refuse to do, obviously.
Yeah.
We're not going to let that happen. Now, Iran threatened to go after the UK this morning, too, for some reason. I think because some of our...
they're taking too many Muslims.
Some of our bombers took off from one of the air bases there.
Okay.
So they're like, okay, now the U.S. or now the U.K.'s in play, too. And if they attack the U.K., that's going to be an issue.
That'll be a full-scale war.
The UK's got a pretty decent air force. And
They're in
gonna
NATO,
start,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that too, but I mean, they're going to start bombing. The Brits would send a couple of a couple of destroyers down there and a couple of aircraft carriers to start bombing them too. So that would be a mistake on Iran's part. I don't think they'll do it. I think they're just talking shit.
I mean, it'd be great if any of these guys got involved to help both of these issues here.
This is what's been going on for 80 years. The U.S. has been fucking feeding everybody lunch for the last 80 years and getting nothing in return for it. So,
Well, we got no wings at lunch today. No wings at lunch today. It's hard to get bricked up during times like these. That's why you need some Blue Chew, guys. Sex is back on the table. Or on the counter, or on the bed, or wherever you do it, thanks to Blue Chew Gold, the new arousal-boosting formula from the #1 better sex brand. Blue Chew is making bedrooms noisy again. And it doesn't just get you aroused, it gets you hard, horny, and turned on. By the way, this is their copy, by the way, word for word. I really want to make that clear here.
Blue Chew has consistently had the best ad copy of any sponsor.
I love them. I love them, dude. So if you've got performance anxiety, not with this. Blue Chew Gold quiets the noise so you can handle business. When you can take a Blue Chew, get ready to meet your new dick. He's confident, okay? Word for word, by the way. Word for fucking word.
Even that is in this.
Swear to God. I am reading this word for word. He's confident, which means your dick. That's a he, which I like that as well. Walks into a room with a chin up, makes eye contact. Stuff is crazy. I think mine talks. He's the cock of the walk, if you know what I mean. Word for word. This is the Blue Chew copy. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Knock, 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 knock. That's the sound of your bedpost when you use a Blue Chew. Just give him a round of applause. This is word for word what is in this copy right now. My God. I mean, I'm starting to well up over here. Can you see that? Jesus. Blue Chew Gold is better sex than a tablet. They combine 4 ingredients into one powerful solution. 2 ingredients get you hard physically, and 2 support arousal and desire in the brain. It works fast and it lasts. Guys, have a complete experience in the bedroom with Blue Chew Gold. There's a reason Blue Chew is the #1 brand for better sex. Experience it for yourself at BlueChew.com. We got a special deal for our listeners right now. When you buy 2 months of Blue Chew Gold, you get the 3rd for free with the promo code Drinkin Bros. That is promo code Drinkin Bros. And you will also receive an additional 10% off plus free overnight shipping on your first order. It's Thursday, dude. Get it for Friday night if it's over. I mean, buy it now, for Christ's sakes. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast and the bedroom. Again, round of applause for these guys. That is verbatim, that entire read. God, you don't see writing like that very often.
I actually can't clap.
Really? Why not?
Because I'm having to use one of my hands to hold my dick down.
Yeah.
Ad read. Sorry, guys.
It is fucking something down there, isn't it? My God. Holy shit. God, what a fucking great ad read.
Cleavon Buford didn't need Blue Chew.
No, I sure
That's
didn't.
what Jonathan in the chat said. Wait, there was another good comment up here I missed. I want to go back to it. God, where is it? Shit. Keep going. I'll find it. I'm just going to blurt it out when I see it.
All right. Section 219 is up next. The House passed a $1.15 trillion annual defense policy bill Wednesday after a bipartisan revolt over a provision expanding U.S. Israel defense technology cooperation. The fiscal year 2027 National Defense Authorization Act passed 216 to 212, with Republicans largely supporting and Democrats mostly opposing the measure. You know more about this than I do. So I got tagged in this a lot this morning.
Yeah.
What does this mean? We have to back Israel and give them fucking money?
No.
Okay.
Actually, the opposite, technically. It kind of like formalizes the agreement between us. Instead of us spending money on them, we're buying shit from them, essentially, right? But I'll get
What are we buying? Yeah.
Tech, mostly.
Okay.
So I'll go through all the details first, and we'll address some of the discussion on it. The bill sets Pentagon policy. You know about the NDA. Most people do. You guys may have followed us in 2019 when we got the State Skull Act added to the NDA, right? So people could sue to kind of bypass the Ferries Doctrine. It sets the Pentagon policy and by policy I mean like the legislative what they're allowed to do, essentially, like what they're confirmed to do, and then the budget and stuff like that. Opposition on this specific 219 thing, which is what people are saying, that it integrates our military with Israel's military, which is a very dumb thing to believe, just to be clear. And it's the wrong argument to be having, which is more important. opposition comes from a coalition of progressive Democrats and Republican skeptics of U.S. support for Israel. Those are the same group of people. Progressive Democrats, AOC, and Sean Ryan. That's the same guy, right?
Okay.
Just to be clear.
Shit.
That's what I guess Ryan Morrill's calling it an oval now, but it's a horseshoe. And it isn't to say you have to agree with everything that Israel does or like them at all or whatever the fuck. I don't care about that. It's not relevant. But if your go-to position is that they don't deserve to exist, they're evil, and that we shouldn't work with them, despite the fact that we have mutual interest in the, it's fucking that you can debate whether or not we should. But saying that we do is some kind of conspiracy is fucking retarded. At any rate, support for Israel, obviously in the U.S. is very weak. And I think that is contributing to Trump's bad numbers.
In the public?
Israel, despite the fact that everybody thinks Israel is in control of everything and manipulating everybody constantly, they're not doing a very good fucking job at it, are they? I mean, that is what it is, I guess. Massey obviously is against this. So for opponents, I'm gonna try to state this case. I'm gonna try to steel man this from their perspective. For opponents, Section 219 would move the relationship in the opposite direction of what some of these people want, which is not funding Israel at all, by embedding U.S.-Israel cooperation more deeply inside the Pentagon's weapons development and acquisition system. This has nothing to do with our militaries or the command structure or any of that stuff, just to be clear. The provision would direct the Secretary of War to designate a Pentagon executive agent to coordinate and accelerate bilateral defense research, testing, and industrial cooperation. We have these, there are so many of these people already that not just EAs to other countries or to NATO, for example, but also to specific defense companies, right? Like there's an EA to Lockheed, there's an EA to Boeing, to manage that relationship, to make sure that we're getting what we're supposed to be getting from them and so on. Anyways, it's this person is to coordinate and accelerate bilateral defense research. So like the Iron Dome that we helped fund to some degree, but they did the tech research on it. All the drone and counter drone stuff that's been going on there, we want that tech folded into our military. This is supposed to streamline it. There's also a lot of retarded propaganda from the usual suspects, so I'm going to clarify a few things. Critics argue that the structure would make the relationship harder for future administrations or Congresses to unwind and could shift parts of the partnership away from highly visible aid votes in Congress to less visible technology, procurement, and production arrangements. I can't imagine how, because everything in the 27 NDAA could be reversed by the Congress in the 28 version. That's how the NDAA works. It's year by year, right? Supporters, on the other hand, said it would coordinate longstanding programs that already exist and give the United States faster access to Israeli defense technology. That's true. Whether you like that or not, again, that's debatable. You can debate whether we should or shouldn't, but what it is specifically is what we can't debate. So, as for these maximalists online, the people I call the usual suspects, they believe we're merging our military. This is what AOC said yesterday. We're merging our military with Israel's because they don't know how fucking militaries work. That's why they think that. Or they just hate Jews or whatever the fuck. It's just really dumb. So in reality, the U.S. already fields a lot of combat-proven Israeli systems, from the trophy system to, as I mentioned, the Iron Dome, what we're going to call the Golden Dome here in the U.S., and on some of our satellite bases as well. I mean, we used smaller versions of it to protect our deployed troops already. This section creates a coordinator and a reporting requirement to do faster what we've already been doing ad hoc. It's to make it more efficient. Buying the best allied technology is procurement and not merger. We already do this with the UK, Germany, and Korea constantly, and Congress reviews it annually through the NDAA it just voted on. They can overturn this in 1 year if they want to. The legitimate debate that needs to be happening about this is about counterintelligence safeguards, not about our sovereignty. We're not merging militaries. We need to be talking about, and I think it's a fair conversation to have, can Israel be trusted to have our best interests in mind? I don't think anybody can.
No.
Only we
Yeah.
will have our best interests in mind. That's a reasonable debate to have. If you think we shouldn't be aligned with Israel, that's an argument, right? I don't think it's a great one, frankly, based on the Muslim threat that exists right now. I see that as the enemy of my enemy is my friend at the moment. I don't know that we're culturally super aligned necessarily with Israel specifically, with like American Jews maybe, but I just don't care about that. If you think we shouldn't spend money on foreigners or foreign governments or any of that stuff, I guess that's a legitimate concern. If you don't want us buying their weapons or wanting that process more formalized so it becomes a de facto standard, and you want to piecemeal it over time to keep more control of it, that's also a legitimate concern. Suggesting that we're merging militaries, which is the fucking plot line for these absolute fucking morons who are liars. They know this is not true, and they're saying it anyways, which, by the way, would mean U.S. personnel reporting to Israeli personnel. That is retarded nonsense. That is in no way what's happening here.
But you understand why they're saying it, right?
Because they're fucking liars.
Well, also, it is, Israel right now, deeply unpopular. So you're driving that home for the midterms as well.
Yeah, this is again another false ethos thing. So you take somebody's credibility and you stand them next to somebody that's not credible, right? You take this particular agreement or the people who are in charge right now, and you stand them next to Israel, who's unpopular. That's false ethos, right? It has nothing to do with each other. We are not Israel, and Israel is not us. We happen to be working together on something right now, but there's a lot of tension behind the scenes constantly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what's that graph you got there, Luke?
This is favorability rating of Israel among different countries. So in the U.S., very unfavorable is 28%, somewhat unfavorable is 32%, whereas somewhat favorable is 26%, and very favorable is, I don't know, it doesn't show the number.
Yeah, but that's exactly why they're using this as a talking point. It's not that they're liars. They know they're lying. This is the messaging they're getting out for the midterms themselves.
What's the messaging they're getting out for our enemies, right? So if you've reduced all of American politics down to winning individual elections like that or being in control, then you're not a very good American, frankly, right? If China and Russia and Iran are all pushing this information into our country, Qatar as well, who's allegedly an ally, if they're all pushing, like spending billions of dollars to push this information into our country, do you think it's good? Do you think it's a good idea that we are weakening our ability to fight the Islamic threat? Let me take you at your word that Israel right now controls too much and has too much influence. This is, to your point, not your point, but to that point, has been going on for 70 years at this point, right? 70 years. And here we are. Things go up, things go down. If Islam integrates itself into our country, things go down. And I'm talking about two big-ass fucking towers, motherfucker. So stop. I'm done pretending that these are commensurate things. If you've got evidence of AIPAC taking money from foreign sources, like Israel specifically, report them. That's a federal crime, and the people involved in that should go to prison. 100% agree with that. But American Jews get to do what they want, just like you do. You get to bitch online. You get to fucking spend your money the way you want. They get to spend theirs the way they want. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
I think
now, if you want money, a sidestep from that is if you want all money out of politics, 100% agree. But is that a fucking thing? Can we do that at this point? I don't know. If you've got a plan for it, let me know, and we'll do it, right? But I don't think you got a plan for it. People who constantly talk about destroying or replacing something, who cannot explain to you why the thing was built in the first place, do not need to be listened to. They are clowns.
I think the biggest part of this, though, is, and this is what I'm reading this from both sides online, as far as Twitter goes and all that other shits, is I'm tired of focusing on other countries and not our own, especially with the affordability crisis. And I understand that argument. I really do. where you're just like, hey, dude, was this necessary right now? I don't know. What did Massey have to say about it? And more, you had Boebert up there too. What did she have to say about it?
I think she said that there's a 2-for-1 dinner special at Chili's this weekend.
Oh, I hope so.
She works there.
Fuck, I hope so. Pop her up here.
So I got a whole bunch of men trying to muscle me into voting for the NDAA. Section
names. Who?
I don't know their freaking names. They're staffers.
They're staffers.
All right, listen to my story. If you want my story, I'm going to give it to you. All right. So all these staffers are in there trying to get me to vote for the NDAA. I want to vote for the NDAA. Section 219 is still in there. It's a big tech swap between us and Israel. We don't do that with anyone. I understand in the past, we've given them money for the Iron Dome,
UK,
and then
Taiwan.
they get to keep the tech, and we don't get any of it back. So I understand that, but it's a big issue on the left and the right, and many of my constituents have reached out. They don't want this provision in the bill. Well, the White House doesn't want it in the bill. Secretary Hegseth doesn't want it in the bill. So I'm in the back waiting for a call from the secretary. I'm told that call is coming. I'm talking to someone underneath him, and I'm told the vote's going to stay open. They closed the vote. And so now I'm forced to talk to TMZ. While I do have an issue that we talked about off record, I don't want to be on camera this week, and I've been on camera more than any other week. I am talking out of the side of my mouth like a damn politician because my Botox hasn't caught up on this side. Maybe in 2 days, this side will catch up to the other side. But here we are.
Wow, Boebert, dude. She'll jack you off in a theater, What did Massey have to say? You had that clip pulled up.
Well, hold on. So my constituents don't want this. That's a fair statement.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair statement.
Yeah.
It's you are not a steward. You're not or you're a steward. Sorry, I'm using the wrong word. You are a representative of the people, and I don't know if what she's saying is true, necessarily. Based on public polling, it is, but I don't know how much to believe into that shit. But that's a legitimate argument.
Yeah.
Saying that we don't do this tech sharing with other countries is the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard in my life.
We've always done that.
We've done this with the Five Eyes, you dumb bitch. What committees is she on? What the fuck is she talking about?
She's on
the Five Eyes doesn't only share intelligence; it shares collections method. Like
she's
both
on the Chili's committee.
Yeah, it shares literal technical collections methodology, which is technical. What's tech? What are you talking about? How long has she been in fucking Congress?
A long time, man.
I mean, so come on.
6 years, I think.
These are the fucking people that we're getting, right? And the reason that we're getting these people is because we are retarded.
Yeah.
Our education system sucks. Nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. People think that the republic, because it takes time and effort to do stuff, that it's broken. I didn't get what I wanted. Now, system's fucked up. Mm-hmm. It's like a 5-year-old playing Fortnite, which I hear from time to time. Six-year-old playing Fortnite. Oh, they're cheating. Like, no, they're better than you.
That's all
they're better. It's fun.
Better.
You'll get better.
What did Massey have to say here?
Well, first of all, the NDAA stands for the National Defense Authorization Act. And it's one of the few bills that passes every year. I've been here 14 years. There have been 14 NDAAs. So you can set your clock on the fact that this bill will pass. So anything that gets in it is, dangerous as a cocked gun. It's going to become law. Well, this bill is hundreds of pages long. And, in one of those hundreds of pages, it's actually 5 pages long, is Section 219. And it was Section 224, but it's now Section 219. And it calls for the integration of our military technology and the supply chains that produce our, high-tech military equipment to be integrated with Israel's.
No, it doesn't.
Now, we don't have this kind of...
Pause this for a second. That's not at all what it says. What it says is that relationship exists already, that we do swap some stuff, not all. Mm-hmm. Not all our tech has to be integrated. You're a fucking liar, Thomas. Jesus Christ, man. Just tell the fucking truth, because there's a debate to be had about this. And because cunts like you keep fucking lying about it, we can't have the debate. Fuck, man.
What is he trying to get out of this is what I can't
attention?
figure out.
He's a cunt. It's just attention.
It's crazy to me.
Tell the fucking truth so we can have the actual debate that needs to be had right here. which is, should we be spending money like this? Tim Burchett had a good comment on it. He voted against this, NDAA. He's always out there talking shit, and he's a solid Trump guy, solid Republican guy.
Yeah.
He voted against it because we've got $40 trillion in debt, and we don't need to be spending this much money on defense right now. That's a fucking argument. That is a legitimate argument to have. This guy is a fucking cunt. I'm tired of dealing with this asshole. He's the biggest grifter in all of D.C. because he's the one pretending to be righteous while he's doing the same stupid bullshit in the opposite direction. Shut the fuck up.
Let's see here. What do we got? I'm going to send you his video here. Blue, go to your DMs. See what old Timmy had to say. A.K.A. Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim. He's actually a tall man. I think he's 6'2".
Is he really?
Yeah, he can dunk from the free throw line.
Fuck.
Look at him. He has to take his glasses off to do it.
Yeah.
It's like a reverse over the top. He takes those glasses off. Fucking his calves
fucking
swell up,
dunk,
dude.
dude, yeah.
Telling you.
Blowjob angle right here.
Well, don't worry about that.
Yeesh.
Don't worry about that.
God.
Got the turkey
Know
neck
your
going on.
angles, bro.
Got the turkey nut.
I don't want to be shot from the side, you know? Or underneath. God.
Hey everybody, Tim Burchett, just leaving House floor. Several key votes today. The National Defense Authorization Act, I voted against it. It's 1.1 trillion spending. The three largest air forces in the world happen to be ours. Our Air Force, our Army, and our Navy. And I think we spend more combined than the top three adversaries we have in the world, are the three largest anyway, and then they're supposedly gaining on us, and then we don't even pass an audit. I hadn't passed an audit in over 30 years, and we're $40 trillion in debt, 1.1 trillion spending. It's just unbelievable to me, and we're sharing our intelligence with other countries, and it's just anyway, war pimps. What do you do? A lot of portfolio warriors out there, I guess.
Hey, can you give me a piggyback ride?
No. How about Stock Trade Insider Trading Act? I
Say a
voted for
piggyback
that.
ride? Who was that?
I don't
Fucking
know.
asshole.
That's really funny. I like how Tim didn't miss a beat, though. He goes, no.
It's got to be another congressman.
Oh, yeah.
So everything, the part about us having the three largest air forces is a bit of an exaggeration, but that is one. All the other facts that he stated are correct facts. Doesn't mean you have to agree with the outcome, like the thing he's saying that we shouldn't be spending X, Y, Z money on whatever, right? But he listed a series of facts followed by, I don't think we can afford to be doing that right now. That is a fucking position.
Yes.
That is a legitimate position by an honest man, right? Now, I'm not going to fucking glaze any politician. Although that dude, Brandon Gill, is that his name?
Yes.
That keeps lighting people. I mean,
I love that guy.
I don't like him for his politics. I don't even know what they are. I mean, I know he's Republican. I have no idea what he actually, what his hardline positions are. I just know that he embarrasses hypocrites a lot, which is fun. But I like Burchett in so far as whether I agree with him or not, I know why I disagree with him if I do, or why I agree with him if I do. Because he says true shit, he says facts, and then he follows that up with an opinion on those facts. That's how a man talks. Mm-hmm. All these other people are fucking, not all of them. There's other people who do what he just did. But if you're like maximalist, oh, this means we're integrating militaries with them, you're a fucking faggot, man. I don't want to hear that shit. Shut the fuck up and talk to me like a fucking man. Tell me the facts, tell me what you believe, and then we can go back and forth and decide what, if any, middle ground there might be, so we can make a fucking decision and move on with our lives. You cannot do this with these dishonest twats that are in fucking Congress right now.
And again,
or all of the commentators that are out there fucking telling these same fucking lies.
But the other part of this too, it goes back to the affordability crisis as you're, going through this right now. Yeah, dude, Americans don't want to see that this is at the top of your fucking list right now. Mm-hmm. This should be way down the goddamn list. Go to your DMs, Spluke.
Or if you want to make that point, like this is how this is supposed to happen. Tim Burchett is supposed to come out and say what he just said. And then whomever's pushing the bill, the NDAA, is supposed to then say, I understand that. Here are the things that we're going to do on affordability to address your concerns, right? Specifically, and here's why we need this. And even though it costs what it needs, that's the conversation that you have.
Yep.
And maybe you're yelling at each other. That's fine too. As long as the information is true, back and forth, then we can have that conversation. But you can't do it with any of these fucking assholes.
And Tim will answer anything you ask him. Case in points. I don't know if you saw Chuck Schumer just rip a fucking reaper on the Senate floor here. Press play on this clip.
Now on Iran and the NDAA.
Whoopsies.
The American people need to know, of course, how and why this chaos is spreading through their streets.
Turn this into a shirt.
We need complete investigation that's independent.
We'll go to the next one here.
Now on Iran and the NDAA.
Okay, so you can press pause there. We all heard that, right? It was real. TMZ reported it. Go back to your DMs there. Somebody did ask Tim Burchett about it, and he had an answer. This guy will answer anything, and it will be honest. And, you know, it doesn't matter what the question is. The constituents want to know. What did you think about that? Press play.
Hey, I was wondering if you heard Chuck Schumer kind of pass gas. It sounded like he passed gas when he was up there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I think he'd just been to Taco Bell. I saw that, yeah.
It's kind of like, it's a little sort of embarrassing if that's really what happened, but also like it's so natural and kind of relatable. Is it relatable to you?
No, because everybody says, oh, you can eat that, it's organic. I said, well, dadgum horse manure is organic. I don't eat it.
Fair. Fair. You've never had that sort of like, you know, bubbling in your stomach and needed to do that while you're giving a big speech?
I'm 61. If I pass the bathroom, it's just by accident, all right? I go in as much as I can.
So would you like
You're
sort of
good
like
here.
reassure?
You're good. But he'll answer anything, okay? That's the point. Right?
What he didn't say in that, which is, you know, attacks his credibility a little bit, is that Israel paid him $7,000 to make that Taco Bell joke.
Jew.
Keep that in mind.
Very, very likely there. Next up, sponsor-wise, we got our good friends over at Ketone IQ, ketone.com/Drinkin Bros. This is your brain's favorite fuel here. And man, I've been using this for, I don't know, how many years now? Holy shit.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time, man. Got it on the desk. I'll pop a shot live on air here. I forgot to have it coming in. And got a sore throat. My daughter's a little under the weather here, but let's pound one, dude. I love these goddamn things. Which one is this one?
OG.
Is this the OG?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the OG peach over there. You mind if I get one of those?
Dude, yeah, I'll tell you.
Me too.
Here you go, boom. Look at that throw on me. Man, that's perfect, isn't it? An execution. Oh, and I jinxed myself. Sorry, Bluke.
Damn it, that was the one I put the camera on.
Sorry, Bluke. Damn it. Is it really? That's me. Son of a bitch. Cheers, you guys. Ketone IQ, all right? Popping back up here. It's a real shot of life. Real shot of life. Look, this is great for a pick-me-up. Last 4 or 5 hours. If you're in the gym, feeling a little sluggish, you're hosting a podcast, if you're writing whatever it is out there, this clean shots of brain fuel will get you going, dude. Again, I'd probably take one every single morning, for Christ's sakes. That's why they're so close to me all the time here. And yeah, man, this was born from battlefield science and then tested with the DOD. They got a $6 million grant from these guys, and troops are using it overseas, man. They're incredible. And now they got new flavors. Strawberry lemonade I've had, peach I've had. What am I missing? That was the OG
green
flavor
apple?
right there. Oh, the green apple. That's
I think
right.
they've got a new one, raspberry lemonade, I think is what it is.
Yeah, raspberry. I haven't had the one yet.
I think that's what it is. Look it up.
I think I have the strawberry one. Strawberry lemonade.
Yeah, that's right. Raspberry lemonade.
I haven't had strawberry.
Boom. And they got ones with caffeine in them.
Oh, they got grape and
I haven't had grape
blue
yet.
ras. I haven't had either of those yet.
All right.
Because they haven't sent it to me.
No.
Thanks a lot for nothing.
Thanks for nothing. Ketone.com/Drinkin Bros is where you're going to get these little guys. And if you sign up for a subscription, you're going to get 30% off with the promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout over there. And then usually they'll give you something cool on the second shipment. Shit, I got a 6-pack. I've gotten a hat. I've gotten a sweatshirt. Shit, I got a fucking, what do you call those little shakers, dude? We made one last month for the Bro Box.
Just a shaker.
That's it, dude. I got one of those one time. They're amazing, dude. Visit ketone.com/drinkingbros today for 30% off your subscription order. Plus, receive that free gift with your second shipment, or find Ketone IQ at Target stores nationwide and get your first shot for free. Congratulations, boys. Moving on up to Target, dude. We had the CEO on our show, and he was fantastic, man. Learned a lot from that guy. Next up, the speech gambler. This is a fun one. President Donald Trump's longtime teleprompter operator is believed to have made tens of thousands of dollars by placing bets on more than a dozen of Trump's speeches on prediction market Kalshi. Federal investigators with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission found sources familiar with the matter, and they were the ones that told ABC News. Gabrielle Perez, a technical assistant to the president who's been operating Trump's teleprompter since 2016, is in talks with federal regulators to settle allegations he used his inside knowledge.
What do you mean in talks? Arrest him. In talks with, what are you, negotiating? No, he fucking, this is fraud.
I mean, if it's not in the stock market, if it's on prediction markets,
it's still fraud.
Fraud.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, anything. Fraud.
Yeah, remember they arrested, didn't they arrest some team guy?
For Venezuela.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Some special forces operator.
Yeah,
He emptied out his bank account, like $36K, and then bet it all on Maduro that night.
I mean, I think those guys should be allowed to do it.
So do I.
Not the politicians.
It's like Pete Rose. You're betting on yourself.
I mean, if you're
brother.
going to do it, maybe use something like crypto-wise. Don't do it with your fucking bank account, probably, and your fucking first and last name.
Look, apparently it didn't matter here, but this person won more than $100,000. Is this Caroline Leavitt talking about it?
Yeah.
All right, press play.
For making money off of reading the president's speech.
Obviously, I'm aware of the report. The president is too. I spoke with him about it. He believes it's deeply unfortunate and frankly a disgrace. And the individual that was cited in that report is complying with the CFTC but has been put on paid administrative leave. So there will be a teleprompter operator tonight, of course, but it will not be the one, unfortunately, in that story.
What about the sign language person?
I know.
Did they get it in advance too?
I want to see that, dude. Just fucking beefing hands, dude.
Just doing an old school TikTok dances.
God, it'd be great.
Yeah, so I used to contract for Mr. Beast and before prediction markets were big.
Yeah.
I wish I would still contract there because I know I could,
No
I could do
shit.
something.
Wow, dude. Wow. Look at that.
Listen, I'll just get my brother to make some bets, you know? Couldn't be me.
Yeah, it couldn't be you. I think you're fine on that. But yeah, shit, man.
Can I mean, this is really funny. So in addition to the State of the Union address, sources said the investigators discovered that Perez placed bets on more than a dozen Trump speeches over a 3-month period, including his December primetime, January speech at the World Economic Forum in Davos, and his remarks at that Medal of Honor ceremony after the Maduro raid.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
This
So
is
later,
great.
then later in March, interestingly, the White House issued an internal memo warning staff against using non-public information to place bets. That might have been, though, because of the operator, the gunfighter that did it. I'm not saying that they knew about this guy yet. I don't know when this guy got popped. But that's really funny.
All right. James, you got any Chloraseptic over there? I used to keep a bottle.
Got some.
I used to keep a bottle around here. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Our daughter's a little under the weather. So
I'm going to sneak a story in here.
Go ahead.
You remember Mark Sanford?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What happened?
Do you remember who he is, what he did? So he was the governor of South Carolina, right?
Yeah.
He was a congressman, and then he was a congressman for 3 or 4 terms, I think, and then he became governor of South Carolina. And he didn't he run away to Brazil with some broad or Colombia or some shit?
Yeah, it was a wild story.
What happened?
Is that him right there? Pop it up. He might still be there based on that background.
No, he just announced today that he's going to run for that Senate seat.
Fuck. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Is this him? Let's see. Press play on this, Luke.
Mark Sanford, Lindsay's death is a reminder to all of us of how short and precious life is. My own dad got Lou Gehrig's disease when I was in high school, and this notion of all of us having just a little time
some of that
has always
power.
hit me hard. We're stewards of our lives and the things that we love for just a short time. I'm now a dad and a granddad, and I'm worried for our children because for the first time, America is borrowing from the future faster than we're building it. We'll add about $1 trillion to the national debt over the next 100 days, and if left unaddressed, that debt will crush our economy, it'll wipe out our savings, and it could even destroy our republic. Our ability to afford things, inflation, and the way people struggle to build a life are but symptoms of spending beyond our means as a country.
As he says this on a beautiful beach.
And that's why I decided to run for the U.S. Senate. I'd ask that you look at my record in Congress and as governor. And
hey, all you poors out there, I know you're struggling. I'm not. I'm on a beach. But you should vote for me.
As governor, we held the line on spending as no governor before or since has ever done.
I breathe
we
hard
acted
and
as a steward, whether in reforms of government, than things like your time at a DMV office, or in protecting the lands of South Carolina that so many of us have walked, hunted, or fished on over the years. I won't belabor the point, but the bottom line is that our founding fathers and those who fought to protect our country's ideals have given us a mighty birthright. We borrowed for a time from those who will follow us. And I'm here to ask that you join us in this effort to get Washington's finances back in order so that indeed our children might be able to live the American dream.
Boom Raider in the chat saying Lady G would be proud.
Oh, yeah.
You think they fucked?
I don't know. He seems like he was a bit of a wild man. So,
yeah, I think that this guy seems like a mouse to mouth at a certain point.
From here's the background. From June 18th until June 24th, 2009, the whereabouts of Sanford were unknown to the public, his wife, and SLED, which is state law enforcement. It's state police in South Carolina.
Okay.
Before his disappearance, he told his staff he was going to hiking on the Appalachian Trail. While he was gone, he didn't answer his phone for that entire time. He also failed to call his family on Father's Day. I don't know why that's relevant, but reporter Gina Smith of The State, or Gina, I don't know how she pronounces it.
I don't want to be presumptuous.
We're going to say Gina Smith.
Could be Gina, yeah.
Intercepted Sanford when he arrived at the Atlanta airport on a flight from Argentina.
Ah.
Which, by the way, at the time was fucking communist and
like
2,500% inflation and shit. Several hours later, after learning that evidence of his true whereabouts was being swiftly discovered by media, Sanford held a news conference during which he admitted to adultery.
Perfect.
In emotional interviews with the AP over 2 days, Sanford said he would die knowing that I had met my soulmate. Sanford also said that he crossed the lines with a handful of women during his 20 years of marriage as well.
Handful?
Yeah. There were a handful of instances wherein I crossed the lines I shouldn't have crossed as a married man, but never crossed the ultimate line, which I believe he means anal. What the fuck are you laughing at? We're
Just
Cooper.
That was a simultaneous response between you two.
Cooper, we all know what that means.
We're doctors.
Okay, we're doctors.
So on the 25th of that same month, a Buenos Aires newspaper identified his mistress, Maria Belen Shapur, a 43-year-old divorced mother of two. He likes them.
Yeah.
He likes those milk. He and fucking Uncle Laser should get together and run for that same Senate seat. Just like Step Brothers, just peek out from behind each other like that during every campaign.
I'd vote for Laser.
The state published details of their emails. I don't know how they got those.
No.
It's probably the Argentine government hacked them and put them out just to embarrass the U.S. But yeah, so this guy in the middle, like, this is in 2009. He's in his, I guess you could call it a lame duck period, but you're governor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he was governor until, his term would have been until 2011. And yeah, man, just in the middle of being governor, he's like, you know what, dude? I got to get out of here. I have to go to a communist country and pick up my wife.
Yes. Do we have a picture of this bruiser?
Yeah, look her up.
Let's see this fucking bruiser.
What's her name?
Maria Belen, Belen. Chapur, Chapur. I don't know how you actually pronounce any of those words, but
me neither.
Maria, I think I got
Let's
right.
see this bruiser.
Lynn.
See if it's worth it here for him. Well, yeah. I mean, he risked it all. Okay.
And what did his wife look like?
Yeah. Let's do a little side by side here.
Yeah, that's the real question.
Yeah. That's what I'm dying to know here.
That's what we need to know.
Yeah. These are the hard-hitting questions we should be asking.
Her name was Jenny Sullivan, by the way.
Jenny Sullivan.
Yeah.
I don't have high hopes.
Jenny Sanford? Is that
Yeah, but Sullivan.
Sullivan's her maiden
Sullivan.
name.
looks like her, maybe.
All right, let's see this bruiser. Okay.
Not bad.
Not great either.
She's a little older. She's 63.
Yeah. How old is
63 now, so she would have been, what is this,
Mr.
2009?
Stanford? How old is Mr. Stanford here? Because this.
She's only 5 years older.
Okay.
Than
yeah, he's 66.
Than she was.
All right.
Jenny, his wife, was only 5 years older than the mistress.
Jenny.
Boy.
Yeah.
That's.
I found a news report from when he went missing.
No shit.
Oh yeah. Let's
play this.
Dude, where's my governor?
You got any volume on it?
Hang on, we'll fix it.
It's times like these we should have like a fat person just come in and do sign
I got
language on the side. You know, that would be great.
More details emerge about Governor Sanford's bizarre disappearance.
Governor Sanford has had no contact with his staff since he was seen last Thursday.
We started to get some very strange signals out of the governor's office. Yeah, well, he's out. He's been away for a couple of days now.
This is not the first time the good governor has gone AWOL. A spokesman for Mr. Sanford told NBC News, quote, after the session winds down, it's not uncommon for him to go out of pocket for a few days at a time to clear his head.
Released a statement a little bit later on that evening. This says that the governor is hiking the Appalachian Trail and that he'll be back in a couple of days.
Yes.
Now, at the time, it's important to remember that everybody in the office thinks this is true.
Then comes he's hiking the Appalachian Trail, which has now become, this way that you describe everything, like, oh, what happened with that marriage? Oh, he was hiking the Appalachian Trail.
My initial instincts were that story's dubious, because if he had been hiking the Appalachian Trail, it's pretty easy to go find where he is and get him to Asheville or some other town with a television station to wave in front of a camera and say, hey, here I am, this is a silly story. They couldn't do that. So pretty quickly, my editor and I kind of looked at each other in the newsroom and we said, what about those emails?
Those emails are a batch of correspondence that had been anonymously leaked to the newspaper 6 months earlier.
Why did they get a Morgan Freeman impersonator to do this?
Doesn't seem right. Whoa.
There were lots of details in there
The fuck
about
was
his
that about?
personal life that we knew to be true, but we did have some doubts about whether these could be an elaborate hoax. We all just kind of said, this could be it. We had already started checking flight schedules between Atlanta and Buenos Aires, Argentina. We knew that the next flight back from Buenos Aires to Atlanta was Wednesday when they told us the governor was coming back.
I get a call from the chief of staff.
Okay.
So, in addition to this Argentine lady,
yeah,
he also fucked, allegedly, Olivia Nuzzi, N-U-Z-Z-I. Look her up. You may remember her because she had an affair with RFK Jr. as well.
No shit.
And
I get it.
While a 20-year-old junior at Fordham University in 2013, she volunteered as an intern for Anthony Weiner's New York City mayoral campaign.
Come on. This is her?
Yeah.
I totally get it.
She's only 33 now, so she was like, if this happened,
28?
I don't know when it happened. The guy, her husband, I don't know if current, former, what. Her husband is the one that leaked it to the Wall Street Journal that she fucked Sanford too, and I don't know when it was. Or no, they were engaged from 22 to 24. So I don't know if it was then or some other time. So apparently, well, let's see. Let's look that up. When did she fuck Mark Sanford? Allegedly.
Will Google answer that and then give us a location?
Yeah.
Was it at a Hampton Inn?
Then a photo.
Where
or two.
was it?
Olivia Nuzzi's ex accuses her of having an affair with Mark Sanford when she was covering him in 2020.
Yeah, she was covering him.
She was covered in his
smothered,
his wiener.
scattered.
This is like a House of Cards, you know, the reporter.
Oh, yeah. All of it. I mean, and in South Carolina.
But it's like 3 generations of politicians, and she's still only 33.
Man.
What the fuck?
She loves it, dude.
She loves her job.
She really loves her job.
You know what, man?
Is she wearing leopard up there? Yeah. And who's this dude she's with?
That's her ex-fiance, whatever.
When's he opening in Vegas? He looks like a fucking Rat Pack impersonator.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do?
What a weird fucking chick, dude.
He is a oh, this is so funny.
Who's this guy?
He's a journalist.
Mark Sanford, I think.
No, that's not Mark Sanford.
Oh, somebody else.
Some other dude she's banging probably. So he interviewed Scaramucci, and he's the reason Scaramucci got fired. Ryan Lizza, her ex-fiance.
No way.
She's a honeypot. That's what it is. She's just a honeypot.
This is nuts, dude. This is absolutely nuts.
He was also Me Too'd.
Wow.
God, all these people are fucking
Jesus
scumbags.
Christ. Wow.
Man, you can't. So his improper. We're down a fucking rabbit hole now, boys. We're 3 persons deep on this.
This is getting.
On December 11th, 2017, the New Yorker fired Lizza, her ex-fiance, by the way, saying he engaged in improper sexual conduct. Lizza called the New Yorker's characterization a terrible mistake. Blah blah blah. The woman on the other side of the allegations supported the magazine's version of events in the statement. Her attorney said in no way did Mr. Lizza's misconduct constitute a respectful relationship. He was temporarily suspended by CNN. 6 weeks later, the network announced that after an extensive investigation, they found no reason to keep him off the air. So maybe it was bullshit. Who knows? But yeah, he's got a pretty impressive journalistic record. Covered the Arab Spring and won some awards for that.
Yeah, he worked for OK Magazine. Also worked for Us Magazine. Stars Are Just Like Us. I know he did that whole section there.
Yeah. How about that?
Good for him, dude. What a bizarre story. I don't know who's going to come out of that thing. Isn't the sister now going to run?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I don't know do we know what Lindsey Graham's sister did before 2 weeks ago? Or is it
she taught a cheer camp?
Or is it just Lindsey Graham in a wig?
Not
Did
sure.
he even die?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like now I'm starting to get suspicious.
Now
Oh my God. He just didn't want to come out as trans.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna have to go look on Ian Carroll's fucking Twitter to find out what really happened here now.
Yeah. What's the sister story here?
She looks nothing like him.
No.
Yeah, so it's not.
A little bit.
No.
She's got the neck thing going on.
Yeah, the neck and
every
and
old
cheeks.
person's neck looks like that, though. You can't.
Cheeks. So yeah, I'm not sure what these little bruisers are gonna do, man. I still think there's a few more people to jump in.
She is in 2008. Graham began working for the South Carolina Vocational Rehabilitation Department. In 2019, she was a commissioner and agency head of South Carolina Commission for the Blind. In 2002, appeared.
They never saw her there, Luke.
Whoa.
Nailed it.
Good one.
Nailed it.
In 2002, Graham appeared in a television advertisement for Lindsey's campaign in the year's United States Senate election in South Carolina. So
she's done nothing.
Yeah.
Just say she's done nothing. I'd be more impressed if she did the all-you-can-eat mozzarella stick thing at, Ruby Tuesdays.
She was in the U.S. Senate.
She was?
July 13th.
Well, that's right. That's right. Yes. She's technically a U.S. senator today.
So what was her career before this?
Public administration. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
I think she was doing margarita machines down on Bourbon Street.
Interesting. Okay.
And a slice of pizza. You get a slice of pizza, and you get a nice little yard of margarita, maybe a floater.
Specifically, it looks like she was working in like disability type stuff, that sort of thing.
Oh, she was giving HJs to dudes in wheelchairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's fun. All right, last story here today. New Jersey new software company that's New Jersey Governor Milky Cheryl.
We talked about this with Ryan Morrow the other day, right?
Yeah.
Or was that yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. New Jersey had 30,000 or something illegals on their roster or something.
Yeah, it was originally
it's the whole region,
6,600, and then they're saying it was high as 32 or 35,000 there. And these are all non-citizens getting put on the voter rolls, insist that the local officials were responsible for illegally registering the immigrants. Cheryl claimed Tuesday that a serious software error in the state's motor vehicle system involving French tech company Edemia caused the mishap, which led to some 400 non-citizens voting. But Edemia said that the state had access to the data showing those individuals were not citizens, but apparently registered them to vote anyways. You don't say. You don't say. But the problem came from the software that NJ Motor Vehicle Commission used to register people to vote when they signed up for a New Jersey ID, a similar practice employed in dozens of states. ID recipients who said they wanted to register to vote but declared they were non-citizens were added to voter rolls in 23 and 24. So I'm confused here. How did they get an ID in the first place if they're non-citizens?
How did they get a CDL?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
I mean, all of this doesn't make any goddamn sense. So, I mean, look, I think this is going on in every single state. I think we all know about it. Simple solution is pass the SAVE Act, but will that ever happen? No idea.
This is going to be interesting, though, because the head of this company is like, no, fuck you. New Jersey's like, oh, it was a software. And the software company's like, no. No, you.
You did this.
You are the error.
Yep.
And now this is going to get tried in the court of public opinion because so the government, the people that are in charge right now, by the way, it wasn't Milky. It was her predecessor that was in charge during this period. But they have to fight, no matter what the facts of the case are. They have to, and even how relatively small 400 people voting and 6,600, even up to 30,000 registered would be. I don't consider it small, but you could make that argument like that
CNN
retarded
chick?
person on CNN was, yeah.
Regardless
of that, they have to fight this because if they accept that narrative, then they give fuel to the fire for the SAVE Act. They cannot do it, right? However, and that's one thing. That's a rhetorical fight. The other guy, the owner of this tech company, is in a fight for his business, which he's going to fight harder.
Yeah.
Because it's his fucking life. His whole life is on trial right now.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like the way he makes money is on trial right now. And this, I think, is going to get hot.
The only way we know Dominion is because of the voter thing. So it's like it's the same with this company. If this doesn't happen, we don't know this company.
Yeah. I think this is going to get hot.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe they try to pay him off or something like that. But yeah, this one's going to get hot. This is gonna get hot. And he's like, I don't know what his NDAs look like or whatever, but New Jersey obviously is one of those states that refuse to turn over their election data. He could turn it over.
He could if he wanted to.
To the FEC?
Yep.
Who's going to stop him, right?
And say, hey, dude, this is my company.
What are they going to do? The state of New Jersey is going to do something? No, they don't really have the authority to do that in federal court. The FEC controls that, right?
Right. So, I think he could release all of it if he wanted to.
Yeah.
And I wonder which way he swings as far as
gay
and political.
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah.
Yep.
What's the guy's name? I got to find it in the story now. His name is Dave Vogt. No, that's not it.
Oh, he's heir to the vote.
Oh, it was. Yeah,
sure is.
It was a spokesperson that made this statement, Lisa Shoemaker, which is her family used to make shoes, I guess.
Yeah, they sure did.
Who's the CEO? Let me find out who the CEO of this company is, or maybe it's who owns Dima. It's owned by Advent International, a private equity firm, controls the company.
Interesting.
Let's see.
And are they in every state or just New Jersey?
I don't know.
Because then you could really dig up some shit if you wanted to, though.
Amadeus to buy French. It used to be a. Wait, hold on, that can't be right.
Oh, they own the Amadeus catalog.
Oh, yeah. No.
Rock Me Amadeus.
No, it's
by Falco.
It's a French tech company called IDEMIA, IDEMA.
Yeah.
And Amadeus.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Amadeus, which is a Spanish travel technology firm, bought them in April of this year. Actually, the private They bought them in April this year. So I don't know how keen Spain's going to be to help Republicans in the U.S. The football team might. They seem to be all fucking Republicans.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It's so it's not a voting organization. It's the DMV processing software. And I don't know why they wouldn't turn that information over to federal law enforcement at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I hope they do rock Amadeus here. I really do. And I miss Falco every day. He died in a car crash. Okay? But yeah, I think this shit will heat up. And then I'm going to add in one quick one here just for funsies. I don't know if you saw that USA Today piece that is getting trashed here. Everybody's been talking about what to do about Caitlin Clark because she's getting killed out in the courts and missing games, and they're leaving her off the top 30 list and the face of the league and all this other bullshit. There was a white liberal woman who wrote an op-ed piece in USA Today, and I'll just read this briefly here. It says, it shouldn't need reminding this country has an awful history of black people being harmed, even killed in the name of defending white women. She's saying it's dangerous defending white women.
Okay.
The WNBA All-Star Game is this weekend. It's in Chicago, which is Emmett Till's hometown.
Relevant.
Is it? For the WNBA All-Star Game to reference
Obama.
Emmett Till. And a local art gallery is currently hosting an exhibit imagining his life if he hadn't been lynched.
Okay.
That's fun. While it's incumbent on the WNBA to do more to protect its players, there should also be an expectation on Clark to recognize the wider consequences of her actions. Of what? Just getting the shit kicked out of her by black chicks?
Of getting choked on the fucking ground?
I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. This was also written by a white liberal woman who has now turned her account to private.
I mean, I may be the odd man out here, but I really do think that Caitlin Clark didn't put a lot of thought into the damage that she could have done to that girl's knuckles when she drove them into her throat.
Right. And also, was she behind the Emmett Till lynching? Like, it's fair to ask, I guess. So this is what it seems like.
I've never heard evidence to disprove that.
I haven't either. This woman's name is Nancy Armour. And she's the dumbest writer I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay? This is absolute fucking insanity here.
So this is classic Frankfurt School postmodernism, like Jean-Michel Foucault, the pedophile, where and it's a very clever trick too, because it can be weaponized against anybody. You take collective guilt, right, and create a syllogism out of it, like Aristotle would create a syllogism. Again, just for if you've never heard me say this before, the classic example is all men are mortal, Plato's a man, therefore Plato's mortal, right? That's what a syllogism is. Two statements that prove a third. You use this as a syllogism to say white people are responsible for X, Caitlin Clark is white, and thus she is responsible for this. That is collectivism. That is communist trash. And you are trash for believing it, first. But second, look at what it's doing. You have to really pay attention to what it's doing, the syllogism is doing in this case. It's taking the weight of actions of people that, one, Caitlin Clark has nothing to do with and is not responsible for, and dumping them onto her so that it justifies treating her poorly right now. That's what it does. That is the entire DEI movement in a nutshell, the critical theory movement in a nutshell. That is exactly what it does, right? And the fact that this stupid bitch can't see it. She's victim to it every day herself.
I know.
She's victim to it herself, and she has absorbed it into part of her personality. I'm talking about the writer.
I know.
She's absorbed it into part of her personality, so much so that she will defend herself getting harmed, right? That's how these people end up defending Palestine and shit like that. Even if you went there as a white woman with your head uncovered, they would fucking kill you.
They would chop your head off and dunk it.
That's how it happens. And that shows you fucking how completely morally and intellectually bankrupt it is to side with anybody on the Islamic side over anybody else unless it's an individual person that's evil, right? It is fucking stupid. This is why I bring it up all the time, that you can hate fucking Israel as a country or Jews outright if you want, but if you think that fucking Islam is your friend, you are a goddamn moron.
We've only got one friend, and her name is Greta Thunberg. She's out there fighting the good
Can
fight.
you put, hold on, let me do this really quick. Talk about something for 5 minutes. I'm going to do
Yeah,
something.
we'll do the Drinkin Bro of the week here. Perfect segue. Go to drinkinbros.com. Get this shirt, by the way. It's on fire.
I'm about to make a new one.
So we got the 2026 Cartwheel Champion from Yellowstone here. The shirt is literally selling like hotcakes here. The communism one is crushing too, as well. Communists are not real people. And then I texted Brandon about getting some tank tops up there for Crime Corner as well for the ladies out there. But yeah, BroBox has been on fire. Joey Chestnut was in our last box there. And we got a great one coming up for August as well. You can order that. The OG shirts are on there, phone cases, all that fun stuff. And I will live and die by those swim trunks. It's the best I've ever had. Thank you, Brandon. You knocked it out of the park. All right, you can submit for Drinkin Bro of the Week on there. It gets emailed to us live on air, or the app. The app is free on iPhones and Androids, and we're getting real close here to launching live video there. Why is that a big deal? Well, we'll be able to watch picture-in-picture games with you over there, which is fun, just because it's free and it's just behind an email. That's all it is. So we're doing some wild-ass shit over there. Looking forward to it. But that's where you can submit. This one just came in from Alan Gemming, or Gemrig. That's a fucking wild name. Idaho, 7 years, wants to nominate Ray Hinthorn. God,
what
damn
is
it.
up with the fucking names?
What is going on? We get a Josh Smith or a fucking Bat Jones or something. I don't like, man.
I think you're being set up.
I could be. So what is he saying here? Ray Hinthorn. And he's saying H-I-N. Thorn is how you pronounce it, Ross. Oh, thank you. Well, he's being real. 86 years old. United States Air Force vet, prior DAV Idaho State Commander, passed away. His family was with him as he took his last breath at home. And even with his daughter, I am going through a divorce, and I was asked to be there. I've worked with him on the farm, worked at his house, me cussing at him, him cussing at me, laughs and lots of beers together for 25 years. I held his foot till the very end. I came home and lowered my flag at half-staff in his honor, as he was so involved in the county. He was a farmer and a rancher for 50-plus years, and he held on till I could return from the pharmacy, getting him meds. 5 minutes after I was by his side, he passed. He's a great man and the best father-in-law I know and that I could have ever hoped for. Cheers to Ray Hinthorn. Absolutely.
Sweet.
Cheers, yeah.
That's a good one.
There you go. Sorry about my voice here. Did you find it?
I've got it, yeah.
All right.
I need a little time to tune this one up. I'm waiting for this to load right now.
Sure.
But it's going to be good.
Okay.
I don't know if it's T-shirt material, but it's fucking funny.
Are you grokking it right now?
Yeah, we'll definitely post it as a meme. Hold on, it's loading.
All right. Cooper, what do you got on Crime Corner tonight?
Let's see. We just dropped last night was the... Sorry, what was that? Oh, the Escape from Dannemora case. It's the...
Oh, shit. We watched that TV show.
Yeah, 2015 Clinton prison escape.
Yeah.
We did a fairly deep dive just into the logistics of everything that they did because... Honestly, it's wild how closely this parallels like the Shawshank Redemption in terms of the amount of work that these guys put into this.
I've got to.
Sorry, I caught this out of the corner.
I've got to
of my
clean
eye.
the hair up a little bit, but you get the idea. This is. What do you guys think? Put this on screen.
This shirt so much. Holy shit, dude! We've got to make this. I mean, send this off immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I got to get the hair tighter, right?
It looks pretty fucking close, man.
Does look kind of like there's a helmet under.
Yeah, it looks like a helmet. It makes it like I need the hair.
Have you guys seen her hair? Pull up a real picture. She's got arrested 2 days ago.
I know.
It looks identical.
The hair
She's
looks
going for
the hair looks
He-Man.
correct, but it needs to shrink down onto her face shape a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, she just
Like
got
she has
arrested
thin
yesterday.
hair. You know what I mean?
I don't care about that. We're making fun of her. That's
Yeah,
not,
look at it.
I mean,
I don't want it to look like her. I want it to look like He-Man. That's the whole fucking
Look
point.
at this, dude.
Is that a watermelon flag? What is that?
Yeah, what country is that?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's oddly,
Thank you, yeah.
it's not a country actually.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Never will be.
Not, no. Does she have an eye patch in one of those?
Yeah, she was a Somali pirate for Halloween.
Whoa, look at that.
that's
What
just
is
a
that?
shadow.
It's weird how she went through did blackface for it too. I don't know.
That's just a shadow? I don't
Yeah, I think that's just a shadow.
Okay. All right. God, that girl's creepy. Absolutely fucking creepy. Yeah, we got to make that shirt, though. We got to make that shirt. All right, kids. Appreciate you tuning in. Go to iTunes, rate the show 5-star, and leave a quick review. Obviously, if it's free on YouTube and Twitter, video is going to be on Spotify.
Okay, this is better.
Tonight. You got another one?
Yeah, I think it's.
Pump it
I
up.
mean, it's a subtle change, but I think it makes all the difference.
Okay.
Pop that up there for the people.
Oh, beautiful.
Subtle change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Look at that, dude.
I'll buy that shirt.
Masters of the Universe. I have the Thune Bear, dude. God.
Should it be Masters of the Tooniverse?
Oh, that's
We're
a
not
good
doing
one.
puns. I don't do puns.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I like puns.
Puns are for assholes.
I love them. For
No,
what?
Quiet you.
Jesse's getting lippy in the corner. Will be live in 10 minutes for Ross Patterson Revolution on Patreon. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin' Bros Fake News. Good night, everyone.